On exit slip 5-1, today we'll be looking at drawing polygons on a coordinate grid and finding the length of their sides. All right, and we'll do that in kind of an abstract way that we've been working on a little bit. So let's start out by, first of all, we got the coordinate grid here. We're going to plot the points D, E, and F. So point D is starting here at the origin here. We are over 1, up 3. So over 1, up 3. Label that point D. We're in quadrant 1 there. Whereas point E is 1, negative 3. So again, start at 0, 0. Go over 1, down 3. And there's point E. And then F is negative 4.5, negative 3. Negative 4.5, negative 3 would be right down in here, and that's point F. Okay, and we've been grabbing things in this coordinate grid for a long time now, but now we're making polygons and going to find their side lengths. All right, so first of all, I need to connect the points here to make the shape here. And again, I'm going to use my ruler here to connect these. Yeah, I'm going to pay attention to detail here. And again, should make those line segments straight. Finish connecting here. My hypotenuse. All right, so I can see the polygon I've made is a triangle. Triangle DEF. Remember when you say them, you can start with any one of the points, but then you need to go in order. So DEF, that I could call this. Okay, now my job is to write a number sentence for calculating the length. And if you guys remember from the past, we should be able to do this just looking at the coordinates here and not worrying about actually counting on here. We can use that to help us. So we need to write a number sentence that will find the length of DE. So that is right here. Again, I should be able to easily see that it's 3 from here to here and 3 from here to here. So it should be 6 long. And how we can do that, remember, is absolute value. We're comparing to this 0 line. The distance from here to here plus the distance from here to here. We should be able to add those up. So in this case, again, I know they're on the same street. We talk about this. I'm looking at D and E. They both are 1 on the x-coordinate. So they both went over 1, which means they're on this same street going up and down. So I know that in this case, when I look at their y, and I'm going to rewrite this so we can see it a little better. Point D is 1, 3. Point E is 1, negative 3. So let's write this number sentence here. Again, they're on the same street. So my job is to take, I look at here at the y coordinate here, and the one is positive and one is negative. That means they're on the opposite side of that 0 line. So I need to add their absolute values. So I'd have the absolute value of 3 plus the absolute value of negative 3. And I know that would equal 6 because the absolute value of negative 3 becomes 3. So 3 plus 3 is 6. And again, I can see it. 3 plus 3, there's that absolute value to this 0 line. That's 3. Absolute value of negative 3, actually, because I'm on the negative side. And from here to here is the absolute value of 3. So if I add that, I get that total of 6. Wouldn't even need the picture once I understand that. Okay, last one, let's find the length of line segment EF. E is 1, negative 3. And F is negative 4.5, negative 3. So again, let's look at these coordinates, and we see the y this time is the same. They're both a negative 3, which means they're both down 3. So they're going to be, again, we're going this way because they're both down 3. So how long is that? Well, let's look at their x-coordinate now. One is negative and one is positive again. So we know to add their absolute values. So I'd have the absolute value of 1 plus the absolute value of negative 4.5. Get those absolute values. And I know my answer would be 5.5 because this becomes positive, right? The distance to the 0 line is always positive. So 1 plus 4.5 is 5.5. And I can check that out here and see it is 4.5 plus 1 is 5.5. So I know that I'm correct in finding that distance. Big point is here, can you do it with absolute value? Okay, and knowing that's the distance to a 0 line. So make sure you get those number sentences written there. That would calculate that distance.